Last week's meme video got cut off at the end, so I'm gonna just go through a few little clips with you guys today and then gonna look at the ones that you tagged me in from the week before. And basically I'm playing a bit of catch up today, and then tomorrow there will be the actual MAGA Meme Monday. So this is just kind of a bonus, I guess.
Thanks to Labour, I've lost weight because I can't afford my shopping. Cheers, Kia.
My business has flourished under Labour. I've bought a second home. I sell dinghies. What a year!
Because of Labour, I've saved money. Because I didn't have to buy my grandparents a Christmas present this year because they both died when the heating allowance got turned off.
We also now get to spend more time in the house as a family because we're afraid to go out due to knife crime.
Thanks to Labour, I finally got a chance to watch Game of Thrones, trying to get through to the doctors.
You are 84th in the queue.
Time for another series.
I love their optimism. You have to hand it to them. Look, if you didn't laugh, you'd cry. So let's look at another funny one.
Hello, you've reached the UK Thought Police helpline, where we care about feelings, not facts. All of our agents are currently busy criminalising mean tweets and suppressing protest footage, but do please hold, as your thought crime is very important to us. To ensure your safety and compliance, this call will be monitored, recorded, misinterpreted, and possibly used against you at a later date. Press 1 if you've thought something offensive today. Press 2 if you've heard someone say something problematic. Press 3 if you're unsure that a thought you had today might be illegal next week. Press 4 to report your nan for misgendering your dog. Okay, and how long have you been having these independent thoughts? Watched a Jordan Peterson clip? Expressed concern about grooming gangs? Said British people should come first? Yep, that's a full-blown ideological crisis, I'm afraid. Thank you for contacting us. Look, we know it's hard. Thinking critically is a gateway drug. Next thing you know, you'll be quoting statistics and refusing to stand with Ukraine. But don't worry, we've booked you in for a mandatory re-education workshop on emotional obedience and inclusive vocabulary. And please arrive naked and genderless. A community officer will be with you shortly to escort you into the van. Thank you for calling the Thought Police helpline. Remember, silence is compliance and speech is a crime.
This week, a man who looked a little bit like Justin Bieber managed to get paid for a concert because people truly believed that it was Justin. So he tricked an entire Las Vegas nightclub and they allowed him to perform and paid him for the performance. Rustin Cheever. Oh my. I like to think that there are still a few people out there who haven't copped on yet and they're like, gosh, we saw Justin Bieber while we were in Vegas. That was amazing.
Most of you don't know that coronavirus as a model of a pathogen was isolated in 1965. Coronavirus was identified in 1965 as one of the first infectious replicatable viral models that could be used to modify a series of other experiences of the human condition. It was isolated once upon a time associated with the common cold. But what's particularly interesting about its isolation in 1965 was that it was immediately identified as a pathogen that could be used and modified for a whole host of reasons. But in 1966, the very first COV coronavirus model was used as a transatlantic biological experiment in human manipulation. This was not an overnight thing. This is actually something that's been long in the making.
Hellspot says we lived through the biggest scam in history, and I guess that's why I still feel like it's important to talk about it. Have a look at how weird this was with the 33, the number 33.
This hour, we have 33 confirmed positive tests.
Yesterday we had 22 cases. Today we have 33 cases, so it's gone up by 11.
In Arkansas,
Today, we have 33 confirmed positive cases in Arkansas.
As of today, we have 33 confirmed cases with Boston residents.
As of this afternoon, we have 33 Pennsylvanians who have tested positive for COVID-19.
So as of this morning, there were 33 confirmed cases in North Carolina.
Within the past couple of hours, there are now 33 confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Michigan.
4 cases of the coronavirus were confirmed today in San Luis Obispo County, bringing the total number now to 33.
Right now, Georgia is reporting a total of 99 cases in 19 counties. That is 33 new cases from just yesterday.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Swenson. More cases and more events affected. Here is the latest coronavirus news. There are now 33 cases in Louisiana. As expected. The number of cases of COVID-19 jumps. A total of 33 people in our state have been tested and are confirmed to have the coronavirus.
Day 4 of the shelter-at-home order brought 6 new confirmed cases of the coronavirus to San Luis Obispo County, bringing the total number to 33.
Number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in Rhode Island jumps by 33 overnight.
And with 4 more deaths reported overnight, the death toll now stands at 33.
The virus has claimed 33 more lives in the past 24 hours.
33 states have seen an increase in COVID-19 cases in the last week.
I think there's an overall a bit decreasing trend, but the daily number may fluctuate from daily because although we have 33 cases today.
Well, that's the latest on COVID-19 as Kern County Public Health Department reports no new deaths once again. 33 new cases were added to our totals today.
Pitt is encouraging its students to stay safe and not travel over the holiday weekend. The school's reporting 33 new COVID cases since Monday.
School officials say 33 high school students tested positive for COVID-19 after returning from spring break.
But today there are a total of 33 new community cases to report. 32 of these are Auckland-based and 1 case is in the Waikato.
33 new COVID-19 cases reported today.
So very interesting, because I was just about to ask why number 33. This says psychological anchoring. Numbers with perceived significance like 33 tend to anchor attention and impart a sense of credibility or importance. Repeating symbolic numbers can act as a psychological trigger, giving weight to a fabricated story and subtly influencing belief or engagement. People may unconsciously attribute special meaning when they see these numbers repeatedly, a phenomenon sometimes exploited in fake news and viral hoaxes. It's just so calculated, like somebody with an understanding, or people with an understanding of human psychology, have to have advised that this was a number that should be put out throughout the media. You'd have to assume that that was intelligence agencies, wouldn't you? Lights, camera, fiction. And the most messed up thing is none of them were ever confirmed. The PCR testing was not made for diagnosis, as many of us are aware. You could find polio or malaria if you reduced it enough and find one common element sharing a similar genetic marker, and they call that confirmed. It's just important to know how all of this stuff works.
If you want to destroy vaccines in this country, it's not that hard. Just do what RFK Jr. is about to do, which is he can manipulate the Vaccine Injury Compensation Program, which is basically what Elizabeth Warren warned about.
Dr. Offit is not happy with what RFK Jr. is doing in regards to vaccines. But Matt Paulus has said, I can understand why Dr. Offit doesn't like RFK Jr. RFK Jr. just exposed Dr. Paul Offit for making $186 million off a vaccine he voted to add to the childhood schedule as an AKIP member. It was like winning the lottery. No, Paul, that's just corruption, and you sold your soul to profit from children suffering. This man explained the really important link between Bayer and Monsanto. Have a look at this.
We're going down rabbit holes on this podcast. Bayer is a pharmaceutical company. Monsanto is a pesticide company. Bayer bought Monsanto. Bayer makes drugs for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Monsanto makes a toxic herbicide called glyphosate that they spray on food. Glyphosate, wait for it, causes non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now we've come full circle. Big Pharma is in bed with Big Food, and both of them are in bed with our Western health system, none of which is concerned with making cures, all of which is concerned with making customers. Welcome to the circus.
It makes sense when you have these mega corporations that time and time again in the pharmaceutical industry have shown themselves to be literal demons when it comes to their morality. And, their biggest punishment is that they get sued for a few million here and there. They just keep stooping lower. Don't they, Puppy? Puppy agrees. Yes, she does. May, 95% protection. June, 70% protection. July, 50% protection. August, no protection, but reduces the spread. September, doesn't reduce the spread, but reduces severity. October, doesn't reduce severity, but reduces hospitalizations. November, doesn't reduce hospitalizations, but you aren't going to die. December, you die, but you go to heaven. World Health Organization, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Mary Bowden, I've mentioned her before, but she is just unrelenting in, speaking out about the COVID vaccines because they are still on the schedule for children. And she says 25,000 children a day receive the COVID shot. That's 5.25 million children under POTUS and 4.75 million under Secretary Kennedy. Called the US FDA today and urged them to pull the shots. It's tough. It's tough to know that that's still going on every day. And I hope that they're working on it. But obviously, it's no harm to keep putting the pressure on for something as important as that.
What the chain of command is now?
What does that mean?
Well,
girl, come on. That makes us look so bad. Like, you have to represent females out there a little bit better than that.
License and registration? Alright, can you get out of the car so I can check your car?
What's it?
Can you get out of the car so I can check your car? Like, can you step out, please? Alright, everything's good. You can go home. Your car's good. You can go home. What? No, go home. No, go home. No, go home. Ir a pa la casa. Puedes ir.
A mi casa?
Yes.
Mi casa?
House, yes. You can go home.
Okay.
Poor fella, he's like, yep, I know how this works. That laughter track that was put in over the video was so unnecessary, but yeah, poor guy. Maybe you guys have seen this one before because it seems like a pretty old one, but I've never seen it and it's very impressive. This reporter accidentally recreated the half-court shot he was reporting on.
What was supposed to be a prank on a teacher instead backfired on the students. A blindfolded half-court shot that is now the talk of campus and beyond.
Put that in the story too.
Are you kidding me?
It went in.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Is that on tape?
Yeah.
That was perfect.
You are kidding me.
If I go like this, I can get the goal in the background. It went in.
I don't know if I messed it up by my little screen, but oh my god.
I'm gonna.
Did that really go in?
Yeah, it went in. It's starting to freak me out.
Look at that. The humans are developing tools. They're using that as weapons. Okay. Awesome. The humans developed fire. That's gonna really... They're using that as a weapon. Hey, look what they got there. They found a new way to transport themselves across the oceans of that planet. That's pretty cool. That's gonna help them travel. They're using it as a weapon. Okay, well this new transportation that they got seems pretty solid. They're able to fly across the world, so and they're using it as a weapon. Look, they're using nuclear technology. They're finally smartening up. This is gonna be great for them. This was great for our society. It made us be able to travel across the stars to other planets. Oh my God, they're using it for bombs. What the hell is wrong with this planet?
I think we come to Earth to learn and to grow, and I think if we were perfect, there would be no reason for us to come here, and that's probably why the planet is such a mess. It's we're definitely not made to be perfect, that's for sure. Alien lands on Earth in 2025. Hey, are you not shocked? Man, I got a lot going on lately. Guys seen too much, I think. A message from the 1980s. This was like super nostalgic this week.
You know the 80s miss you, right?
Let me guess. No one even talks face to face anymore.
Here? We're out till the streetlights come on. You should stay. The world feels real here. We've got mixtapes, Friday night diners, cruising down Burnside in your friend's Camaro. What's 2025 got?
Yo, what are you even doing in 2025? Out there, it looks like everyone's glued to their phones, chasing nothing. No block parties, no Friday night hangout.
Do you even remember what it's like to really be here? Out here, time doesn't race, it breathes. And if you've forgotten that, then maybe that's why the 80s are calling you back.
Yo, you coming or what?
You don't get it. The 80s wasn't just about neon lights or mixtapes. It was about being here, actually being with people. No screens in your face, no noise from the future. Just the moment. The 80s miss you. We all do. Maybe it's time you came back.
The crazy thing about that is a lot of what they described is really possible and within reach for us if we just all kind of stepped away from the screens. Maybe as a society we'll find more balance with all of it. Sometimes I feel like I stepped into an alternate reality in the last few years with how crazy the world has gotten. Can anybody else relate to that? Let's look at a couple of lighthearted ones before I take a look at the memes that you guys tagged me in the week before last. This doggo demanding belly rubs is the cutest thing ever. My dog demands belly rubs every time I get home. You can't ignore that. This squirrel cooling off went viral this week. Okay, so let's see. Outraged tagged me in this one. Thank you. Little baby Zelensky being taken care of by Papa Trump and Papa Putin. Kimber tagged me in this one. Some tips from Chris Rock.
People in the black community, myself, often worry that we might be a victim of police brutality. So, as a public service, the Chris Rock Show proudly presents this educational video. Have you ever been face to face with a police officer and wondered, is he about to kick my ass? Well, wonder no more. If you follow these easy tips, you'll be fine. First, obey the law. Laws were made for a reason. Think of them as hints. You've heard people say, man, I wouldn't do that shit if I was you. Well, here's some of that shit. Carjacking, armed robbery, arson, selling drugs, buying drugs, stabbing, shooting. You know, you probably won't get your ass kicked if you just use common sense. If you jump a subway turnstile, you might just get off with a warning from the police. But if you jump a turnstile carrying a loaded gun and smoking a joint, then maybe you need your ass kicked. We all know what happened to Rodney King. But Rodney wouldn't have got his ass kicked if he had just followed this simple tip. When you see flashing police lights in your mirror, stop immediately. Everybody knows, if the police have to come and get you, they're bringing an ass kicking with them. Here's a no-brainer. If you're listening to loud rap music, turn that shit off. Blasting "fuck the police" while you're getting pulled over by the police is just ignorant. When an officer approaches your car, be polite.
Is there a problem, officer?
And stay in your car with your hands on the wheel.
What the fuck you want, motherfucker?
Unless you want your ass kicked. Want to give a friend a ride? Not so fast. Your friend might be crazy. Now, before you let your friend in your car, ask them these questions. Do you have a gun? Do you have drugs? Do you have any warrants? And in case you do get pulled over by the cops,
License and registration, please.
remind your friend to do this one thing. Shut the fuck up.
Man, don't give him shit. What the fuck you want?
If you have to get a friend a ride, get a white friend. A white friend can be the difference between a ticket and a bullet in the ass. Here's a tip you should never forget. If your woman is mad at you, leave her at home. Because a mad woman will say anything.
He got weed! He got weed!
If your woman is mad at you, there's nothing she'd like to see more than you getting your ass kicked.
That's my chicken! Look at that!
Now let's review. Obey the law. Use common sense. Stop immediately. Turn that shit off. Be polite. Shut the fuck up. Get a white friend. And last but not least, don't ride with a mad woman. If you follow these simple pointers, you probably won't get your ass kicked by the police.
All very sound advice. I can't argue with any of it. What's it like living in the UK? I can't complain. That's good. No, I mean I can't complain. I might go to jail. Aragon John, thank you. Fascist, racist, tyrant, despat. I'm not a mirror, new scum. Spotted in the UK. This is so ridiculous because this was supposed to be like a dig at JD Vance. The fact that people spend money on this stuff is crazy. But as well, I don't think they realize how much the right actually enjoys this meme. There's some things about this alternative reality that I actually really like stuff like this. So ridiculous. Patriot539 tagged me in this one. Knock knock, FBI would like to speak with you about Russia. Meanwhile, Schiff is shitting bricks. Okay, so let's have a look at the ABCs of MAGA. So we have the letter P this week. Proudly unaffiliated said, make America proud again. And I think I'm going to say, make America prolific again. That's the first word that came to my head. If you have any P word that you'd like for America, please write it in the comments below. I'll be interested to see what you come up with. That's it for today. There will be more tomorrow, back to normal. And don't forget, you can follow me on X, Rumble or YouTube. And you can tag me on X if you find any funny clips or memes, and then be in with a chance to appear in one of the future episodes. So that's it for now. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye guys.